He has rubbed shoulders with actors. He has been felicitated by politicians, be it Congress leader Rahul Gandhi or Union Home Minister Amit Shah. This Seer has given his blessings to the high and mighty of Indian politics. He has conferred awards on one of the topmost journalists of our times, P. Sainath. During lockdown, TV channels have widely played his tips on COVID-19 awareness. As the dominant leader of the powerful Lingayat community in Karnataka, he has led and addressed huge Lingayat rallies in the state. And he is also accused of sexually assaulting and raping minor girls. How was an entire community who have followed him for so long, rather the law enforcement agencies and the influential political and social followers of the Seer, oblivious to what was really going on in the private life of this most powerful man? Who is shielding Shivamurthy Murugha Sharanaru, the controversial pontiff from Karnataka, and why? Let's unbreak this news. Shivamurthy Murugha Sharanaru is a chief pontiff of Sri Muruga Mutt in the Chitradurga district of Karnataka. He is accused of assaulting minor girls at his mutt. A case was filed against the Seer on August 26th after two minor girls who were students at his seminary approached an NGO in Mysore in Karnataka and accused the Seer of sexually assaulting them for years. The minor girls have stated that not just them, but many other girls were also subjected to sexual assault by this Seer for years. The girls have said that the Seer would call them to his chamber on one or the other pretext and sexually assault and rape them. Though the allegations were extremely shocking and the charges severe, even when the complaint was registered against the Seer on August 26th, it took 6 long days for the police to arrest him. All hell broke loose after his arrest on September 1st. Politicians who idolized him went into a tizzy. Many media channels did a U-turn. Some spread lies and misinformation. Many Karnataka ministers spoke favoring the accused. There was utter pandemonium, and the Seer was checked into a district hospital from the Chitradurga prison after he complained of chest pain. Look at the headline of this media report. It says, Lingayat Seer Shivamurthy Murugha Sharanaru suffers a heart attack. Now let's listen to the reporter talking.
This is the big news that we are breaking at this point, that the medical team at the district hospital saying that the Swamiji has suffered a heart attack. After the tests that they've conducted this morning, they've realized that he possibly could have suffered a heart attack. He needs immediate superior medical attention, and he will be...
Alright, so that was the big breaking that we are bringing to you.
Here are the visuals of the Seer being checked into the Chitradurga district hospital for medical examination after he complained of chest pain. The Karnataka police is drawing flak for being soft on the Seer. After this, there were also attempts to shift him to the super speciality hospital, Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology in Bangalore. But the judge asked the police to produce the Seer before the court in person, and the Seer was finally brought before the judge on a wheelchair. Not convinced with the Seer's claims of ill health, subsequently, the court remanded him to 14 days of judicial custody. Meanwhile, politicians in Karnataka made a beeline to support the Seer. This is former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa speaking.
ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿರೋದೇ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಇದು. ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯತೆ ಹೊರಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲದರಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೊರಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಡೀ ನಾಡಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಗೌರವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
The Seer has been booked under the very stringent provisions of POCSO. But here is Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai saying there is no need to answer all questions. The law will take its course and that it is not the appropriate time to speak on the issue.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡೀತದೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡುವುದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ.
Though the Chief Minister has said that the police have been given a free hand to act, why is the CM unwilling to talk on the Seer or on the seriousness of the allegations of the minor girls? Take a look at this video. This one frame speaks it all. Here is the former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa and the current Chief Minister of Karnataka Basavaraj Bommai sharing the stage with the seer. This explains why it took almost 6 days for the police to arrest the seer. Only when the pressure started mounting was the seer finally arrested. But the TV channels started spinning it, calling it their own impact. Most channels started claiming that the seer was arrested because of the news coverage of their channels. Each channel claimed the arrest as their exclusive impact.
For questioning India Today impact story, the seer has now been picked up by the Karnataka police for questioning.
So whose impact is it anyway? It is the people of Karnataka, the citizens who in fact had been building pressure over the last many days that eventually culminated in the seer's arrest. But the channels won't have it any other way. Many politicians in the past have met the seer and taken his blessings, including Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The media did not lose the opportunity to criticize the politicians for meeting the seer in the past. This is a CNN News 18 report that talks about the political patronage the seer enjoyed.
Many have blamed the political patronage the seer enjoyed across party lines for the police initially going slow on him. Given the Lingayat community's political clout in an election-bound state,
so did the seer enjoy only political patronage? The media was not far behind. This is the same news channel that had done a patronizing interview of the seer in the past. Take a look at this.
It's a revolutionary idea.
Very revolutionary.
Yeah.
According to Basava philosophy, Sharana philosophy, every Lingayata become a moving temple and then talking God.
So you're saying that Basavana thought that the human being's body should be a moving temple, and therefore, can I understand this or interpret this to be that therefore the human being can be God?
Yeah, can be God. No doubt, can be God.
What a wonderful thought, Swamiji.
Yeah.
The media is not asking tough questions to the Karnataka government. Many politicians have been openly favoring the seer, and the Karnataka police has been in the thick of a storm over its slow action. This despite the seer being booked under very stringent provisions of POCSO Act and the IPC. It is true that every person is innocent until proven guilty. But in light of the mounting evidence in the case, the best the state government can do is allow the law to take its own course and not use its state machinery to help the accused go scot-free. There have been many counter-allegations against motivated people trying to prop up the girls to settle their scores against the seer. Whatever people's motivations, the fact is that what the minor girls are saying today is important. But why are politicians going soft on the seer? Here's why. The powerful Lingayat community in Karnataka constitutes nearly 17% of the state's population, and the assembly elections in the state is just around the corner. The silence of the Karnataka political parties in the matter is deafening. It is often a slippery slope in India when matters related to religion and faith embroils itself at the hands of seers and religious leaders of questionable nature. In the past, we have seen it in the case related to seer Raghaveshwara Bharati, where almost 10 judges recused themselves even from hearing the matter related to the religious guru. We have seen it in the case of Asharam Bapu, Nityananda, Gurmeet Ram Rahim and the likes. These cases have dragged on for years. Faith may be a sacrosanct concept in India. As someone had famously said, faith must be enforced by reason. But blind faith is such a kind that when faith becomes blind, it dies.